mean, you would think that I'm being in a good mood today. It's a friggin' beautiful day in the Bay Area, first of all. The rest of the country would have Bay Area envy if they could see the temperatures and the blue skies and the green hill. Like, it is freaking beautiful, off the chart spectacular today. So that, combined with the fact that the Niners just brought in a decorated wide receiver, we got USA Mexico. I got Warriors fighting tooth and nail. And by the way, I got so much to say today. I don't even know where to begin, Tony. I don't even know where to begin. But I'm not in a good mood. I'm actually, you guys should have seen the pre-show meeting today. That probably should have been included, like, for the audience, because Tony and I were going off on basically everything in our path. Remember that CCR song, I See the Bad Moon Rising? I'm rewriting that, dude. I got a bad mood rising, MOOD, bad mood rising, and I'm going to explain why in just a moment. But first, to kind of settle down. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. I am a little bit pissed off. It's genuine. You'll hear why in just a few minutes. But Tony, how are you doing today? Enough about me. How's my guy? You got your Italy hat on. Let's get into your well-being today. How's my guy?
I would say I see the salaries are rising.
Dude, that's part of it. That's part. What you're just saying is part of it's contributing to the bad blood that is coursing through my veins right now. Tony, go ahead.
I have one piece of advice for all the young boys and girls, actually. You know what? That want to play football. Just do nothing else except kick a football.
That's what I should have done. Yeah. I should have been a GD kicker.
Place kicker or punter. Just do it now. Start kicking now.
Balls, dude. Just standing around kicking balls into a net to practice while the rest of those guys hit sleds. They tackle each other. They're getting pulled hamstrings, blown out knees. I'd be over on the sidelines just kicking balls like a gentleman. Yeah, just kicking balls. Yeah,
Pinheiro, a 4-year deal, like a 4-year extension to 17 mil, a total 10 million guaranteed. We got punters making $2 to $3 million a year. I don't know what.
That's probably, by the way, when you just said punters making $2 to $3 million a year, that's probably like the high watermark for somebody like Ronnie Lott in his career. Like when he maxed out, he probably made $3 million a year, maybe $4 million. This kind of money, kids, was not being thrown around when we were younger. And the Niners, Tony, back in the era where the Niners used to go to Super Bowls and win them. Anyway, I'd like to pay guys that go to the Super Bowl and lose. Go ahead, T.
Well, that's why, you know what, Trent Williams, I guess winning a ring really isn't important to you either, because you would think that with continuity's sake, you wouldn't even be barking up this tree, and that 32 million, I guess, isn't enough for you in 2026. And your passion to get a ring and have the continuity with George Kittle and Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey, like, that doesn't mean enough to you. You want to just raise a ruckus and try and get more dough. I mean, dude,
did you describe the ruckus? Go ahead, Tony.
Well, the ruckus to me is that, and I blame agents too, because the agents, by the way, 3 years for Mike Evans, 3 years. I don't want Mike Evans for 3 years. I don't. I'm sorry.
Mike Evans. Oh, I'll tell you, we're going to talk about Mike Evans today. If you guys can celebrate if you want to. I don't see much reason for joy over here. This is a guy that cannot stay on the freaking field. We're going to get into that. By the way, a perfect compliment to Ricky Pearsall. We'll have 2 wide receivers that probably will miss half the season each. Tony, please continue.
Dude. So the reason it made me think of Mike Evans and the agents is because I guaranteed the agent said you got to get at least 3 years, and that's how they work out the deals. But the greed that has come over the modern day athlete.
Well,
like, has anybody just sat them down? And by the way, on a side note, I read over the weekend that Odell Beckham Jr. filed for bankruptcy, dude. Like, these guys don't know how to manage their money. They're getting paid gajillion amount of dollars and they don't know how to manage it. That I don't know how. I don't know what.
I can explain why. Because dudes are going out and buying fur coats like the one SGA wore last week, where you couldn't even see his face. It was like a whole. He was like ensconced in fur. And by the way, F him too. I told you I'm in a bad mood today. F SGA. That's your MVP? This guy who just stands around drawing foul. I'll tell you what, if you guys watch the Warriors OKC game, quick detour here, Tony. Sorry, there is a lot of ground to cover today. And I want to do numerology. We got a nice Tony's top 3. We'll try to have some laughs today, but I'm just giving you the real deal, folks. I'm not sugarcoating it today because I'm just getting bombarded with horse S like everywhere.
Paulie, I'll make you laugh.
Pelican flag. Come on, Pelican.
I'll make you laugh again. I'll make you laugh again. Hey, NFL free agency.
Oh, that was dicey. Boy, that was a dicey.
Right, whatever.
Give it to me again. Whatever. Try one more time. I'll take it. I'll take it. It could be better, but it's good enough. Tony, did you watch the Warriors, Oklahoma City? They fought A's off, dude. They almost stole a win in OKC. And I got to tell you, this guy, SGA, the MVP of the league, the guy spends more time trying to draw fouls than he does just playing the game of basketball. Like, he went to the free throw line. I think he shot 15 free throws against the Warriors, which actually cost them the game. They wound up losing that game. It slipped away at the late fourth quarter. But the Warriors hung around and really fought hard. They're in Utah tonight.
Could you imagine Steph Curry's numbers over his career if he got protected the way SGA gets protected, the way LeBron gets protected? Well, could you imagine the numbers that Steph would have? They're already astronomical. Imagine if he got protected the way that these guys get protected. He'd be shattering records left and right. But no, they don't.
Because Steph Curry is a legitimate basketball player. He goes out there and beats you by playing basketball. SGA goes out there. He's cut from the James Harden cloth, where he's trying to find new ways to throw himself on the floor to attract calls. I mean, I'm talking about like little to literally zero contact. This guy just throws himself on the floor.
Well, the same way Steph Curry, like his ability to launch three after three after three has trickled down to youth basketball, where kids want to pop threes. Flopping has trickled down to youth basketball, because I got fifth graders and sixth graders that I'm watching and coaching flopping.
You know what you should do? You should do this as a coach, if I may intervene, if I can just get involved with your game planning here. Tell them if I see any of my players flopping, you're going to get benched. Go out there and play basketball. Just go play basketball, man. See if you can beat the other team, like playing legit man-to-man basketball. If you need to throw yourself on the floor, I'll throw you on the bench. That's how
Hey, refs, don't fall for it.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it.
Anyway,
okay, we're going off.
I know. That's my fault. I'm all over the road today. I'm swerving all over the place. But again, this is the real. I'm giving you the authentic article today, folks. I am not thrilled with a variety of sports headlines. Now, the World Baseball Classic, there's something to feel good about. USA Mexico tonight. That'll be fun. I'll be toggling between that and the Warriors at Utah. Also, don't sleep. Don't look now. But for those of you that are interested, I know I am and Tony is too, just in the mix. It's actually a pretty good sports night. You got the WCC tournament going on right now in Vegas, and what's with the face? USF? Is that what?
Well, yeah, the Don.
Yeah, I know.
Don couldn't make it happen against the Beavers yesterday, man.
I know. I was watching. But tonight you got Santa Clara, St. Mary's tonight. I don't want to upset people in the audience, Tony, but I'm dropping a Go Broncos.
Oh, double guns to you, dude. Come on, man. Go Gale. Randy Bennett. No, I will not. No.
Well, double guns to you. Right back at you. If you want to come up here, we can fight on the show. I'll fight you in front of the entire audience today. That's how I'm feeling.
Come on, I was the
rich get richer. The rich get richer, right? Why can't Santa Clara have a moment of joy in their lives?
Because Randy Bennett has been an amazing figure in the greater Bay Area. He has turned down.
We know his resume.
Turned down offer after offer after offer to stay in Moraga and build an amazing program. I support Randy Bennett wholeheartedly.
You know what I mean with Randy Bennett. You guys been doing it for 25 years. Let's get something
keep it going.
Yeah, and keep Santa Clara. Let's keep a foot on their necks, right? Let's not let them have any success.
But I'm not going to root for Santa Clara. Santa Clara happens to upset.
That's where I come in. Go Broncos. It's like James. Hey Dom. Well said. It's like James Hetfield said about 15 times at Levi Stadium. Santa Clara. James Hetfield knows what's up.
Robot Center is saying he's never created an amazing program. What are you talking about, dude? He's got multiple tournament entries. He's ranked in the top 25 almost every season. Yeah, I don't understand how that's not an amazing program for a tiny little St. Mary's College in Moraga with a enrollment of under 4,000 kids. Like, come on.
Let me talk to Rags for a second. Rags, you said I'm getting you fired up. I'm actually cracking a sweat right now. I'm got a mild sweat going. And Rags, why don't you come out here and back me? It'll be like the old days, dude. We'll throw hands with this guy, this St. Mary's guy. We'll see what happens. We'll see when the smoke clears who's still standing. By the way, Carlos De La Fuente, one of our favorite guys on the planet, he's checking in. He goes, hey, kids, the Mexico-USA game is going to be about 65% Mexico fans in the seats.
Totally.
The game is being played in Houston tonight. And by the way, don't sleep on Mexico, dude. They'll fight you too. Speaking of fighting, they will fight the USA. They're probably giving the best game we've seen so far. Dude, the other day, USA, Great Britain, I actually felt bad for those guys. I was like, dude, what? This is like abusive. We shouldn't even be playing the Brits. They got no business on the baseball. They can do other things. They do things well, but baseball is. It just wasn't a fair fight. You know what I mean? USA, Great Britain. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on.
I mean, and dude, the Dominican Republic is playing good ball. Venezuela is playing good ball. Italy 2-0. My Italian brothers playing good ball. Our Italian brothers.
We're going to talk Italy. I want to talk about them for sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll give you that in the top 3 as well. And by the way, Robot Centaur, I see you on the chat. Dude, again, I love that you're a Gale and Moraga forever, but dude, when you have that small of an enrollment and that small of a program and the WCC,
we've already been through this though, like 50 times. Like this is we celebrate Randy Bennett every year, and deservedly.
And I'm going to continue to celebrate him. And if the Broncos happen to upset the Gales, then go Broncos. But dude, tonight I'm not going in saying go Broncos.
I'm saying go Broncos. Let's go Broncos.
And you know what, Paulie? My dad is a Bronco.
Yeah, me Big Ed, dude. Me, Big Ed. Here's who I'm coming with. You guys tell me if you like this posse. Me, Big Ed Ryan, the king of the Ryan freaking Ryan dynasty on the peninsula. You got me. You got Big Ed. I'm calling in Brent Jones. I'm bringing in Steve Nash. Hey, Pajemski, you get over here too. I got Pajemski on my wing. I'll take my chances with the Broncos, and I'm going to ride with the Broncos. Let's go Broncos. By the way, this is the first time in radio history, or whatever this is, YouTube broadcasting history, that I've ever threatened to fist fight Tony on the show. That is the first. Miguel's with me. I got Miguel on my side too. Me and Miguel Salas, we stand with Broncos.
Well, fine then. I'm taking fellow Gale, Robot Centaur. I'm taking Mahershala Ali, great award-winning actor. I'm taking Matthew Dellavedova.
I just got that Dellavedova. He's a douchebag.
I just got the NBA. What do you mean? Come on, play in the NBA. Please.
Try to enter Steph Curry in the finals. Go refresh your memory. Noemi's on my side too. I got Noemi. I got Steve Nash. I got Brent Jones. I got Miguel. I'm feeling pretty good about my chances right about now, T. Yeah.
Oh, I
had no idea we're going to get into a WCC tournament smackdown, but so be it. On a bad mood,
right? Comes on the show talking trash about Randy Bennett and rooting against Randy Bennett. I'm not for. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I mean, Tony has to go with the nouveau riche. Tony's always got to run with the elites. You know what I mean? I can only run with Randy Bennett and all the success, the Australian pipeline. Ooh. Hey,
yes, dude. Come on, man.
You got the American kids? You got any kids from the USA? Yeah.
Yes, dude. Come on. You got plenty. I mean, I forget the kid's name who literally went from the Moraga High School there, right there in town. Camp Alindo. Went to Camp Alindo, the kid who was a good shooting guard, and he left St. Mary's to go to UConn. That's my point, Robot Centaur.
Hey.
They can't recruit and keep good guys around because these kids go to bigger programs. So you got to credit Randy Bennett for getting into the tournament every year.
We've already done it. We've done everything we can. We've carried Randy Bennett around like the Stanley Cup on our shoulders. What's that?
I said I'll continue to.
I can tell. No, I can tell. It suits you well. You should run with St. Mary's. Let the rest of us do the hard work around here. Let the rest of us put our hard hats on, bring the lunch bucket, and now it's a blood match, dude. Now do we need to get a wager going on this? Let's get a wager going. I'm taking Bronco ball, and I want points too. By the way, you and your nouveau riche, Randy Bennett, Australian pipeline. I want some freaking points. What's the spread? We're betting. Let's go.
Stand by. I'm looking it up right now. Santa Clara at St. Mary's. St. Mary's is the 2 seed. 27-4, by the way, St. Mary's Gales basketball. They got to play Gonzaga twice a year. Come on. They're not a great program. Please. Although,
are you a big Gonzaga fan too? You must love the Zags, right? Because they're good. They have a good program.
I'm not a Gonzaga fan, but when they represent the WCC in the tournament, I do pull for them because they're representing a smaller conference, man.
Of course. That's one thing we can agree on, for Christ's sakes. And I'll tell you the other thing. The truth of the matter is, you guys, this is not for Tony. This is for you. This is for the people. Tony's up there in his ivory tower, sipping his freaking lattes and all this. I got to tell you that the truth of the matter is, I'm actually I've sworn my allegiance to USF. I'm a Dons guy. I really am. Yeah. I didn't go to college there, but I literally grew up going to USF games back in the 70s and stuff. So I love USF basketball. I'm always hoping they can get over the hump. They haven't been able to really resurrect that program. They have little flashes, but the thing is I do like these smaller underdog kind of schools, and I do like Santa Clara, and I always have. I brought my kids when they were really little. I brought my kids to a couple of Bronco games, and they couldn't have been nicer down there at the Santa Clara gym. So I got a soft spot for the Broncos. We got all kinds of everyone's getting involved in that. All right, Tony, what's the spread of the game tonight? Let's start right there.
First of all, shout out Toso Pavilion. Just a great. It was like the old bubble on the campus of Santa Clara. I was looking at the tuitions of St. Mary's and Santa Clara to see if Santa Clara was more expensive than St. Mary's.
I would imagine St. Clair. Oh, are they the same? I would think St. Mary's would be more
literally,
expensive.
they're like hundreds of dollars the same. So, Paulie, 4.5 points. The Gales are favored by 4.5. I'll give you the 4.5.
Why don't we jump that up to 5 since you're so confident? Give me 5.
I'll give you 5. I will give you 5.
I want 5. And I realize I'm probably going to lose this bet, but it's a principle of the thing, you guys. It's the I almost dropped an F-bomb right there. What's up, Kron? What's up, Twitter? What's up, Instagram? By the way, I had another interesting conversation with my bass playing friend, David Drutz, who will be with me 3:20 at the Brisbane Inn. He was telling me actually, you know what, Tony? Let's just forget about that. Let's get back to the wager. What are the stakes? What's on the line here?
Good question. That's a really good question. I mean,
something perhaps that would have to be like
we'll you got to wear a tank top because we're talking basketball. You got to wear a tank top on the show. Loser has to wear a tank top on the show.
I think we can come up with something better than that. I think we can do better. I think we can do better.
Well, we got to think of something too. I mean, maybe the chat can come up with something, or the audience can come up with something.
Well, I would imagine you do have St. Mary's gear. Do you have St. Mary's gear in your house?
I've got my old St. Mary's baseball gear, like when I played there, but I don't.
You got a hat? You got a hat?
I actually don't have a hat. It got so crusty with salt stains that I got rid of it.
Shout out to Swaggy P. I got a hat, as you can see. Swaggy P. Who used to go to Bob's Donuts, by the way. I love Swaggy P just for that. He used to shoot those live videos on Instagram. I was going to say about Drutzy, another interesting thing I didn't have a chance to tell you, Tony. Drutzy is one of our Instagram audience people.
Yes.
And it's and what's up, Instagram? Thank you guys for watching us today. Same, all the people on Twitter, and same with all the people on the YouTube Familia here. It's just interesting to me where and why people choose to consume the show. I wish we can get everybody in one place, but it's spread out all over the place. It's just interesting. Yeah.
Speaking of business, let's handle some business. The ideal place for everybody to go and hang is YouTube, and watch us on YouTube at Polymax Particles is our channel, at Polymax Particles. Make sure you like and subscribe while you're there. But yes, I want to thank the people also that watch on Cron 4 and the Cron 4.
Yeah, dude, there's another thing. Right, the Cron 4 Plus app. Thank you, Tony. Go ahead, please. That's the best thing you've said all day. Go ahead.
Well, my disdain for the Mike Evans 3 years rumor, and
you know,
also,
can I tell you the truth? Can I come clean with you right now? This ain't even about you. This ain't even about Santa Clara. This is about me. I don't know what's happened with me, between the postseason, watching the Niners just walk off the field in defeat after another postseason loss, and where we are today and what's happened between, I'm starting to lose it with the Niners as a lifetime. I'm starting to freaking lose it with these guys. So it ain't really even about the WCC tournament. It's just misdirected 49ers rage that I'm spraying at Tony really for no good reason. And by the way, Stevie B, I am not shaving my head, kid. That ain't happening. Let me tell you what. I made it into my 50s. I still have some hair on my head. I'm going to try to hold on to that as long as I can. It's going to go at some point anyway. I think we all know that. Most men do wind up bald or balding pretty dramatically. Because he said, hey, if Tony wins, Paulie Mack has to shave his head, and if Santa Clara wins, Tony has to wear a wig. That to me is not fair. That's not a fair stake. He throws a wig on, I got to shave my head. Because I've heard guys at my age in their 50s that shave their head, a lot of times it ain't coming back. It ain't growing back. So Stevie B, that's off the table. That's off the table, kid. You'll see. You'll see. Come see me when you're in your 50s, Stevie B. You ain't going to play around with that mane of yours. You got to protect it.
Let's by the end of the show, let's come up with something. We can put it to the audience by the end of the show. But Paulie, I did want to get to something. We got to talk about the Chiefs getting Kenneth Walker the third. We got to talk about Kelsey sticking around with Casey.
It's mayhem out there. It's mayhem.
We got to talk about punters getting $3 million a year. We got to talk about Juwan Jennings saying officially, "I'm out. Peace." Hey, Juwan, do not let the door hit you. Seriously.
Juwan Jennings, tell me when you need a ride to the airport. I'll cancel the show for the day so we can drive his ass to the airport. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Yeah.
Where our pre-show chat got really spicy is when Paulie and I started talking about Trent Williams, and both of us agreeing of hey, Trent,
you know what? It's been real. Thanks. See
You
ya.
know,
Hasta la
like-
vista, Trent. You want your 32 mil a year? How about like doing your job out there on the edge? Because you did slip in terms of productivity. We're going to keep this S real today.
And injury prone now. Injury prone too.
He's old. Dude, the guy's been around for 170 years. Of course he's going to get hurt. And that's not going to get better. It's not like he's going to ride some wave of good health into the new season. He is an aging Hall of Fame talent. And he, like Tony said, he missed games last year. When he was on the field, he wasn't the same player we've had in the past. The problem is, and I do categorize this as a problem, it's the Kansas City Chiefs are already circling him. They're already circling
Guess
him.
who's interested in him? The Kansas City Chiefs,
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I'm
Go
saying.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go to KC. Go ahead. Do your thing, Trent. I've always loved Trent as a 49er, but this is really, it's yet again another offseason with greed and just selfish. Look at me, pay me. Like, dude, how about like, I don't know. You're guaranteed 32 mil this coming season. That's not enough. Like, how bad do you want the ring? Like, I don't know, man. And then the 3 years for Mike Evans.
Let's just ask it honestly, just to stop you right there, because I want to let's go into that a little bit. Here's a real question for you: does Trent, and just be objective, not as a fan, but does Trent Williams have a better chance at a Super Bowl in Kansas City or in San Francisco?
I would say in San Francisco.
Wow, I don't think I agree with that. Sadly, I think the Chiefs are going to probably put together. I mean, the fact that they just added Kenneth Walker.
They have. Hold on a second, though. They have Mahomes, who I think is on the decline.
I hope he is. I pray to goodness gracious that he is. Yeah.
What running backs do they have? They have Pacheco and they have Elijah Mitchell.
They got Kenneth Walker now, man.
Well, Kenneth Walker. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot about the Kenneth Walker thing. So yeah, that does help. Travis Kelce's getting old. Rashee Rice, and then who else did they sign? They signed somebody else too. I guess maybe it's my heart that said the 49ers, but what pisses me off is that there's no loyalty at all.
No,
it's
zero. Absolutely effing zero. Shout out Black Sabbath, Zero the Hero. Scarlet Fire is dropping truth. This is my spirit sister. She's dropping science, and she goes, you know what, kids? Paulie Mack would be in a much better mood today if he had come out to the Panhandle yesterday for an afternoon of Grateful Dead music. I know Graham Lesh was out there with his merry band of musicians, and the fact that they were playing Grateful Dead music in the Panhandle yesterday brings me a lot of joy. Scarlet Fire, I used to live on Baker Street, like 3 or 4 blocks from the Panhandle. Used to bring my kids down to that playground all the time when they were little, when I was living in the city. So, and that was it's where Jimi Hendrix used to play. It's where the Grateful Dead used to play. Janis Joplin. There were all kinds of bands that were playing in the Panhandle, and the fact that they got cleared and got a permit to do that, very, very cool. I'm glad you were there. I think Stevie B was there too, if I saw a comment. I'm trying to say, Robot Centaur, embrace your Zen, Paulie Mack. I am embracing my Zen, but my Zen is pissed off today. Tony, shout out Jane's Addiction, Pigs in Zen.
Nice, Pigs and Zen. And I also like to welcome Candlestick Kid, who's checking in live from Cancun.
Oh,
Cancun,
nice.
Mexico. He says PMP Mafia is international. Hell yeah, it is. And I also see a lot of Go Gales on the chat. Thank you very much for you Gale backers tonight. Paulie, I'll give you the 5 points. We'll revisit it at the end of the show. Just to wrap the bow around that, I'll give you the 5 points. Okay.
And I was going to say, but I think it would be nice if the loser of this bet had to do something kind of embarrassing at the opening night celebration at Standard Deviant, March 25th. Please do. Like, maybe it's like you have to sing. And I realize I'm going to lose this bet, folks. I do. I'm walking into an L here. I get that.
I'm giving you 5 points. I'm giving you a Vegas.
You gentlemen, and give me 9 or 10. Let's be realistic about
double the odds. What are you talking about?
Randy Bennett, look at the program. Oh, they're always in. Well, then help a brother out here. I'm a lowly guy.
Santa Clara's 25-7. They're having a good year.
Okay.
I'm just a Randy Bennett fan for life.
I love Randy Bennett too. I don't want to disparage Randy Bennett, but I've had enough. I'll
never get enough of Bennett. Never. I love his courtside demeanor. I love his like blank stares.
Randy Bennett rules. We all love Randy Bennett.
I got nothing against Santa Clara.
Sure you don't like Brent Jones. You don't like Pods. You don't like I think it was Miguel, Noemi. You're rejecting all of us Bronco enthusiasts. But I was going to say, how about at the opening night broadcast party? Like, I'll have to sing the St. Mary's fight song. Maybe you sing the Santa Clara Bronco fight song, something like that. Something like where the guy has to be embarrassed in front of the familia. That's
sure. Or loser, or the winner picks the song the loser has to sing.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Okay.
Okay, and you better be ready, Holmes. You better be freaking ready. I mean, I'll sing anything. I got no fear with that. But I want to put Tony in a freaking spot, dude. I want to put him in a spot. Help me, give me some suggestions, songs that we. Thank you, Miguel. I appreciate that support, kid. I really do, and I need the support right now. He's coming at me with his 1%er St. Mary's Army now, over in the very wealthy region in the East Bay where St. Mary's happens to reside.
Right.
It's where the 1%ers like to roam, and that's where Tony finds.
There's no 1%ers in
That's
Santa
where
Clara.
the 1%ers like to roam, and that's where Tony finds his brethren. That's where he's comfortable with the 1%ers. You know what I mean? Driving in on Teslas, stuff like that. Tony, go ahead.
No, I don't have any response to that because it's all nonsense. I want to go back to free agency.
Okay,
talk about.
Hold on. See, we haven't even done numerology. We're like a half hour into the show. It's been chaos. It's all my fault. I accept that. I'm sorry, you guys, but I told you it's real today. We're keeping this as real.
Yeah.
So what's numerology? Let's try to put the wheels back on this bed.
Numerology today, episode 278, episode 278, Paulie, 78. I'm just going to give you 178, and then you can go for a 78. I don't think you'll take this.
Do you have a 78 that also simultaneously celebrates Randy Bennett and St. Mary's at the same time? That would be ideal for you. Yeah,
I'm guessing this person celebrates University of Hawaii, maybe, because I think that he's from Hawaii. Manu Tuiasosopo, isn't Manu Tuiasosopo from Hawaii? I think he is.
I think he is, but go ahead.
That's number 78. I'm going with.
Wow.
78.
Okay.
Yeah. Manu Tuiasosopo. I could give you another one, but go ahead, and then we'll take it from there.
Well, again, the older I'm getting and the farther in the rearview mirror the 49ers Super Bowl years are, because it's way back there now, folks. It's way the F back there. How many decades removed are we from our last Super Bowl victory? Anyway, I'm going to say back in the days when we used to go to Super Bowls and win them, Tony, when I do this, you tell me the name that comes to mind. I'm talking Super Bowl 16. I'm talking goal line stand.
Yeah.
And I'm talking the celebration that ensued. When I do this,
dude. Yeah.
You know, do you know who I'm doing, you guys? You guys know who I'm doing? One more time. That, my friends, is the celebration of one Archie Reese, brother.
Archie Reese, dude. Come on.
And by the way, side topic on Archie Reese, a great 49er Super Bowl champion, number 78. The other day, there was a text thread going around, and Rags, it started, and I want you to play along with this, Tony, because Archie Reese fits in perfectly, where Rags was going like, have you noticed like some men's names have just been totally phased out? Like, he gave an example, a great example, Lester. Okay. You don't meet any Lesters anymore. Like, I guarantee you, Tony's kids are not going to school with anybody named Lester. Right. And I would throw Archie on that pile too. Tell me the last time you shook hands with a guy named Archie. You know what I mean? I haven't met an Archie or a Lester in years. So that works on multiple levels there. Yeah.
Love the name Archie. Seriously. And Lester, you don't meet a lot of Lesters. And I'm not going to say the nickname that Lester Hayes used to have, but it was Lester and then it rhymed with Lester. And it was a bad, but you want to talk about an incredible football player. So Paulie, that's numerology 2, and also Pierce Holt, number 78, Pierce Holt.
Tinted visor. Yeah.
And did he keep 78? Did Bryce Eldridge? No, because Bryce Eldridge is number 8 now, but he was 78 when he came to the Giants. He was number 78. He's number 8 now. So Bryce Eldridge, the newest member of the Giants, I don't know, power surge, hopefully, with Matt Chapman and Adamas and Devers, hopefully. But we don't have to talk Giants ball right now. We can go into the World Baseball Classic or go back to free agency. Free agency has been freaking bonkers, Paulie. The Juwan Jennings thing, like, he's basically made a statement per Adam Schefter that I'm not going to be signing with the Niners, and it's like, that's fine.
Good. Thank you. See, thanks for your service. I'll catch you later. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not worth $22 million a year.
No.
And then there's a chatter going around, and I don't know if this is still going to happen now that supposedly the Niners are getting Mike Evans, but Romeo Dobbs is going to be coming to the Bay as well. I like the Romeo Dobbs signing. Can I tell you something about Mike Williams, Paulie? I'm sorry, Mike Evans, Paulie. Let's
talk about Mike Evans. Now, the Romeo Dobbs thing is not official yet, though.
No. I said there's just chatter.
Yeah, right. Okay, good. Just to clarify that. Right. So now the Mike Evans thing is real. He is leaving the Bucks to sign with San Francisco. Now let's get real about this. Tony, here's what I'm giving you from ESPN.com right now. Here's the post. Star wide receiver Mike Evans is leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to see. You ready for this? You want to talk about money and deals? We're giving this guy a 3-year deal that is worth up to $60.4 million. You got me? 60, and that's exactly what Juwan Jennings wanted, by the way. He wanted $20 million a year. He sees himself on the same level as Mike Evans.
22, Paulie, is what I read. 22.
That's just funny. That's just straight up Mel Brooks funny. But let's talk about Mike Evans for a second. So 3 years. Now, again, Mike Evans is a professional, highly decorated wide receiver. He's had great years down there in Tampa. The problem with Mike Evans.
Paulie, newsflash, 8 games last year.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was going.
TDs, 8 games last year. Now, I will say, every other season before last year, he had over 1,000 yards receiving. Every season. The
Niners need that. They really do. They needed an A-list go-to wide receiver. But I like playmakers. But go ahead.
So 2015, 3 touchdowns. 2016, 12. 2017, 5. 2018, 8 touchdowns. 2019, 8 touchdowns. 2020, 13. 2021, 14 touchdowns. 2022, 5. 2022, 6 touchdowns. 2023, 13. 2024, 11. And again, over 1,000 yards in each of those seasons. I tip my cap to that. What I do not tip my cap to, Paulie, is, and by the way, I found this on a website called draftsharks.com. Just it was a Google search.
Sharks. Okay. Yeah.
They give chance of injury percentage in 2026 for Mike Evans.
Yeah.
93%.
Yeah. And therein lies the problem. I mean, he's going to be a perfect complement to Ricky Pearsall, who's another guy who's half Mike Evans' age, but he can't stay on the field either. He's busy with his dancing career, though. Obviously, that's going really well for him. But as far as playing,
sorry, Paulie, to cut you off. I'm looking at this. Almost every year, I'm seeing hamstring.
Oh, we talking about Mike Evans still?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. It's wow. I don't dislike Mike Evans. I dislike the injury history, and I dislike the 3 years. That's what I don't like. But
you know what I think I'm going to do?
You got to do nowadays.
Yeah, and it looks like you touched a nerve here with Mike Evans. Everybody has something to say about this. I see that. Yeah, Dancing with the Can you get Dancing with the Pearsalls up real quick? Just the visual of him in the black ninja suit, dipping some beautiful dance partner that he's got there. This is some of the artwork that Dom Peralta worked up. We're going to talk about Dom's outfit today too, Stellar, a little bit later. But so now, we got a guy with a history of hamstring problems who's got a 93. There you go. Yeah. So Mike Evans will compliment this dude. Okay. Yeah. He's going to compliment this dude, or the other way around. I guess Pearsall should be complimenting Mike Evans. But again, I think that Pearsall's had more success with his dance moves than he has on the field.
Yes.
I think that people who assume that Ricky Pearsall is going to be some kind of difference maker in the NFL might have been a little bit off the mark. I needed to see it. I can't celebrate these guys before I see it. And what I saw from Pearsall was, he's capable. He's okay. He's got a couple of moments, but that's about it. Let's be realistic. He's not a game changer. Ricky Pearsall doesn't make opposing defensive backs, quiver in their cleats. Hardly. He's an average NFL possession type receiver who's injury prone.
Well, it's funny, Paulie. I always think about and I know fantasy football is not reality. It's fantasy football, but I will say, I think Mike Evans is one of the most avoided wide receivers every year in my fantasy football leagues.
Okay.
Because of his injury history. And of course, it's a violent game. Everybody gets hurt,
some guys more than others, though. Let's be honest.
Guys more than others, especially when you see literally he's been playing in the NFL since 2015, and I see hamstring in over half of his seasons. That's a problem. That's not a contact injury. That is a training injury. That is a, I don't know, the pliability, a need for pliability to the hamstring. And that worries me. It just worries me.
Of course, it should worry you. And he's an aging guy. By the way, Running with Scissors come up with a new nickname for Pearsall. Let's call him Ricky Footloose. Love that. Absolutely freaking love that. Joe Schmo, watch Ricky Pearsall get hurt dancing. That would be the ultimate irony right there. I blew out a quad. I was dancing. And by the way, all of you, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the show, all that kind of stuff. It would definitely help us out. Okay,
you're Paulie, sorry, really quick. Look at your Rams, by the way, signing Trent McDuffie away from Kansas City. So
well,
like
my Rams, you want to talk about Paulie Mack's Rams. I mean, I'm here for you. By the way, hold on. We had some. Yeah, there we go. Jim Hickey. Dude, love the name. Any relation to Pat Hickey, former New York Ranger, Toronto Maple Leaf? Pat Hickey. Are you related to Pat Hickey? That's my question for you, Jim Hickey. But anyway, Jim Hickey says, let's go Gales. So, Tony, the 1%ers are lining up over on your side of the street. I'm over here.
Okay, you know what? I wasn't going to respond to that, but I love the fact that you're calling Moraga the home of the 1%ers.
That's where they all like to roam. That's where they roam free.
In the heart of Silicon Valley, or knocking on the door of Silicon Valley, and surrounded.
Bronx? Oh, the Broncos aren't. Nobody even notices the Broncos. They're just going about their business. They're playing hard, gritty, blue-collar basketball. That's what the Broncos are up to. Not like these Tesla drivers over in Moraga who are throwing money around like confetti. I'm just kidding. I don't know where that came from. Okay, Tony, let's get the wheels back on this bad boy. Let's go back to Mike Evans for a second. I want to ask you and the audience a question simultaneously. You know, I saw, for example, one of our favorite guys, Gravy, was on the chat a few minutes ago, and he was like, this is a great signing by the Niners. You guys should be a little bit more excited about this. Mike Evans to the Niners is a good thing. I agree, like in principle, I do like Mike Evans. It's not like I don't like the guy, but I'm worried like about what Tony just outlined. The fact, can he stay healthy? Can Mike Evans really contribute? Like, how many games do you think Mike Evans will play this year? And I'm asking you, and I'm asking the audience. Yeah, P1 Chuck, I'm wound up today, bro. I'm wound effing up. How many games do you expect to see Mike Evans on the field this year, realistically?
Well, I mean, he played 8 last year.
That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it, dude, for 60 mil. Okay, I'm looking for a little more than 8 a year if possible.
No, I don't know. I mean, I hope for 14, something like that. I don't
14, know. I'd be happy with 14. I'd be extremely happy with 14 to 17. Robot Centaur getting a little more realistic, maybe saying I'd settle for 10. Dude, but that's 7 games. That's a big.
That kind of mentality sucks. I'll settle for 10. Like we can't.
Well, I think he's being realistic.
No, but that's my point about the signing. That if we're going to settle for 10 healthy games from a guy who's going to take 60 mil in 3 years, I don't know if I'm supposed to be excited about that. That's my point. Is I don't know.
Running with scissors is I don't even think this is a joke. He goes, let's not leave out the substation. That's always lurking about too. Is that going to help a guy like Mike Evans working near the substation? By the way, you know, Joe Perry, the great Joe Perry of Aerosmith, he had when he was doing his solo records, he has a song called South Station Blues, and that's a train station in Boston, South Station. Good blues tune, South Station Blues. I'm going to rewrite that to the Substation Blues, and I'm just going to, if you guys know South Station Blues, you're going to hear me rework that for Substation Blues with a tip of the cap to Joe Perry. But I got to tell you, Tony, the substation has become a real thing. I guess Mike Evans isn't worried about it, but 10 games. So Robot Center saying he'd be happy with 10 from the PNP Sports desk. You're saying I'd be thrilled if he played 14 games, but sadly, I don't think I expect that.
But is it what am I asking too much now? Like that's what like these
well, you might be if we're bringing in a receiver with a history of injury problems and a guy who played 8 games last year. We can cross our fingers and hope for the best. But
that's why, Paulie, that's why I'm not excited about the signing. Sure, fine. It's not like this horrific, oh my God, this signing, but I'm not excited about it. I'd be much more excited if they signed Romeo Doubs. I would have been much more excited for Romeo Doubs over Mike Evans personally.
I got to tell you, Stinking Badges is just knocking it out of the park right here. Bro, you're all over it. He goes, guys, remember that the Seahawks are young and they have tremendous speed. We looked like it was like they opened the doors at the old age home when we played them in the play. I mean, they look twice as fast as the 49ers.
They just lost their Super Bowl MVP.
What a stupid move. I don't know what happened in the NFL where they no longer, it seems like there's no longer like an emphasis or even a respect for really good running backs. Like to me, that's one of the main ingredients in success. I don't care how the game is. I really don't. I don't care how the game has changed. You look what Saquon Barkley did for the Eagles 2 years ago. That season, that Super Bowl, that would not have happened without Saquon toting the rock. And a lot of these guys, you got to give them the ball 15 to 20 times a game in order for the success to reveal itself, because running the ball tires out defenses. By the third and fourth quarter, if you stay with it and commit to it, you're going to get a lot of great results if you have the right back. And Kenneth Walker, dude, I have a ton of respect for Kenneth Walker, and I think he's going to help Kansas City tremendously. I saw a stat this morning when I was reading about that move that the Chiefs made. I like Pacheco, by the way, out of Rutgers. I do. I like Pacheco. He's a tough, hard-nosed running back who's had some really nice games and a couple of good seasons for Kansas City. He was injured. He had injury problems too. He didn't have a run of over 20 yards last year. So the fact that now they can balance that, I think having two backs, Pacheco and Kenneth Walker, that's going to give defenses a lot of problems. They're going to. That's going to be a very good move. That's going to, I think, yield great dividends for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, Paulie, how about, hey, Kyle, let's get Jordan James and Isaac Guerrero involved next season. And
where's Guerrero? Whatever. Did he go to the Bermuda Triangle? Shout out to the Bermuda. Whatever happened to the Bermuda? That's where people used to go to disappear. Dude, I might go to the Bermuda Triangle just to see what happens. Will I make it? Let's find out. Dude, what happened to Guerrero? Where'd he go? Did he even carry the rock once last year? I'm not being sarcastic. Help me out. Did he carry the rock once? If he did, I can't remember it.
I think maybe one carry or less than five. I don't. But remember at the beginning of the season, Paulie, I got like David Lombardi kind of scoffed at me when I asked him about Guerrero. And I said,
totally, dude. He gave you he did. He was like, well, you can't. What's he gonna? I forget what he said, but he did. He scoffed. And shout out Nirvana, scoff. It's on their first record, Bleach. Scoff.
Ooh, nice call, Paulie. Nice call. I'm trying to find Guerrero's stats for the season.
Did he carry the rock, you guys, even once? I'm asking the audience too.
Paulie, I'm looking. I see it right now. 0 carries.
0. Cheeks. Escobar Cheeks the third coming in to confirm that. No, period. He didn't. Yeah. And I worry about that too. Let me be honest with you guys. Like, we all love CMC. We love Christian McCaffrey. It's hard not to, but he is getting older. And, you know, the laws of the NFL and probability would suggest that he's going to, he'll probably miss a couple of games next year too. George Kittle has had a problem staying on the field. So you've got yourselves an aging team of some superstar caliber players. George Kittle comes to mind, Bosa, another guy with injury problems. Even our quarterback has had injury problems. So I'm a little worried about where this team is going. And is Mike Evans going to really help them? If he can stay on the field, yes, he will. But that's the big question with Mike Evans. Can he stay on the field? Time will tell.
Well, also just about Guerrero, looking back at 2024, I just want to remind everybody, he had 10 carries for 99 yards at Seattle, a Thursday, October 10th. He had 14 carries for 85 yards October 27th against Dallas at Levi Stadium. He had 15 carries for 78 yards versus the Bears on December 8th. He had 16 carries for 57 yards on December 12th in 2024. He has long runs of 76 yards, 19 yards, 15 yards, 30 yards, 16 yards, 11 yards, and he had 4 rushing TDs. I don't understand how that just disappears in 2025. That's what I don't understand. And
he's gone through this with different players. I have to assume, and I saw, I think it was Carlos De La Fuente said this. Lo Steve, what's up, Los? He said that Guerrero is in Shanny's doghouse right now, and that's a pretty famous place to be. A lot of guys have been there. You remember Brandon Ayuk started in like perpetual doghouse status until he finally slugged his way out of there. But at a certain point, like, how many touches per week are we going to continue to give Christian McCaffrey and expect that his body can withstand that? Like, he was fantastic last year in terms of durability, in terms of production, their leading receiver, their leading rusher. He did everything. But how long can you maintain that with a guy that at Christian McCaffrey's age? Like, how long is that going to last where you're giving him, I don't know, 30 touches a week? That's a lot to ask of any player in the NFL and expect the guy to stay on the field.
Especially McCaffrey, who has played many years in the NFL, and he's also a pass catching back.
I know,
you have to be able to balance it out for the sake of the longevity of McCaffrey's career. Like, at the end of the season, he was battered, man. At the end of that the 2024-25 season, he was friggin' Bat 25 season.
And a battery by Metallica, smashing through the boundaries. Lunacy has found me. Can I stop the battery? But yes, he was battered. He took a beating last year. Yeah,
right, and that can't happen. So you have these, what I consider those stats I just rattled off, capable fill-in back, a capable second back. They bring in Brian Robinson Jr. and that was okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was just okay. I don't think that Robinson Jr. has the breakaway speed that Garendo has. So I don't know.
I don't know either. Dude, I told you I was in a bad mood today. Tony, let's do this. Let's get the wheels back on and get some semblance of structure here. We got a couple of supers we should give some love to, and then I want to do a stellar design spot. And then I have a very special I want to remember somebody who we lost over the weekend. I would have done that at the beginning, but I'm sorry I was too pissed off. So we'll do that on the other side. Tony, if we could, let's do the supers and then a stellar spot.
Say, oh yeah, it's business time.
Here we go, and then come on, Baldy, let it go. Here we go.
It's business. It's business time. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
Let's go. Stevie Groschel, this Friday's musical assignment guest host, Steve Groschel.
I can't wait for Grosch. Let's go, Grosch. I love you, man. Let's rock this house. Yes.
And he is a super, and he says Bryce Eldridge is number 78. Great call. We talked about that. And he says Mike Evans will be paid to keep Ricky Pearsall company in the rehab room. Dude.
God bless America. I know that could easily be the reality of what we're talking about here. Yeah.
Master of reality, Paulie. It could be the master of reality.
Very good. Very good.
Favorite Black Sabbath album. Groschel backing it up with the second super. He says,
and now he's back. He's back for more. Tony, go ahead.
Oh, dude, he's back in the saddle. Hashtag Bad Mood Monday. Please make this a thing.
Well, you can't fabricate this, dude. The bad moods have to come naturally. But I started getting revved up during the pre-show meeting today. I started looking around going like, what are we doing? Like, what are we for? And by the way, Max Crosby, you won't see him no more. We didn't get him. We'll talk about Crosby on the other side. That was another guy that kind of slipped away. I think that signing happened on Friday, actually. He's going to Baltimore. But I know a lot of Niner fans had high hopes that they would make a serious pursuit of Max Crosby. That didn't really happen. He's got himself a new Scarlet Fire. That's exactly what I'm saying. I see the bad mood rising. That's me today, right now. Yeah. And thank you, Grosch. I look forward to Friday. Yeah.
You said he slipped away. The Max Crosby slipped away. Sliding away.
Yeah.
Time keeps on slipping away, or slip of the lip. You pick.
Ooh, well, I got to go slip it a lip on that one. I mean, if you're offering me Rat Gang, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to ride with the Rat Gang. Slip of the lip. Tony, slip of the lip. I like the way you move your hips. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Loose lips sink ships.
The way you move, you don't miss, dude. Okay.
You don't miss.
Way you move, you don't miss. Slip of the lip. I don't know how many people know what we're talking about. We're just celebrating the brilliance of Rat, R-A-T-T, slip of the lip. Great track. I love that track.
Oh, 100%, dude. And you know what? I should share something real quick, Paulie, if you don't mind.
I don't mind anything. Let's go. It's a bad mood Monday, man. Let's let it fly. Hashtag bad mood Monday, man. Who's with me? You know? And then Tony compounded the whole thing with this whole St. Mary's thing he's doing today.
Well, I just want to celebrate. Rat real quick, if you don't mind.
As they should be, dude. Oh, man. Look at my getup. And look at you, dude. Tonelli. Dude. Tonelli. And Kaler, it's about, to me, I mean, I think Shannon wins the Rat Award here. Look at him, dude.
And for those that don't know, the blonde is Brian Murphy. Next to Brian Murphy is Shannon Kaler, the Stone Foxes. Then Paulie is Stephen Piercy. Then I'm Blotzer, right? I'm Bobby Blotzer, Paulie. I think that's Blotzer.
100%. 100% you're Blotzer.
And then my Uncle Paul Tonelli is
Juan. He's Juan.
Juan Crocier. So Crocier, is it Crocier or Crocier?
You know what's amazing about that? He's got like it's like a Mexican name combined with like a French name. Juan Crocier. It's a fascinating combination of Mexican heritage and French heritage, and only Tonelli can pull that off, dude, with the mustache, dude.
I'm totally down with Crozier. So Crozier all day. And I just wanted to show that for fun. Thank you, Don Peralta, for putting that together. That was back on my birthday, so thank you very much. And that's when Paulie played "Lay It Down" for me. That was so good.
I'll give you another rat track this year. I'll give you another one. That would make that like an annual tradition. When Tony's birthday rolls around, I'll play a new rat. Any requests? What do you want to hear?
Back for more. From,
Dude, I should work that in. I should work that in on 320 somehow if I could. Yeah.
Business time. Are you gonna do business time on 320?
I'll give you a little snippet of business time. I'll give you a little teaser. We have more rehearsals over the weekend. It's starting to get real. We're a couple of weeks away. We got Tony. We're going full band rehearsals this
nice.
upcoming weekend. Yeah, full band. It's going to be interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. I wish I could. Well, we'll talk about it later. But Patty from Napa is a super. What's up, Patty? Coming in from Lake Havasu, Lake Havascrew, Lake Have a Few. And she says Tony's glove versus Paulie's wristband. Let's go.
I think that's the stakes for the bet. Maybe she's talking about, but I don't want to lose my Brent Maine wristband. I mean, this is like a prized possession. But Patty, I feel you. I'd rather just go with something embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to take Tony's Bully Floyd glove, and I know you don't want to take my Brent Maine wristband, Rand. I know you don't want to do that. Yeah,
but I will say that maybe the loser has to wear the wristband or glove while singing the song of the winner's choice. Maybe that's something we can incorporate.
I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you get? By the way, Patty, hope you had a nice birthday over the weekend. Same with you, Big Al. Happy birthday to the PMP Familia members that were celebrating. That would be Patty. That would be Miguel. And any other Super C? Or
there's one more super, and you mentioned birthdays, Paulie. Happy heavenly birthday to the badass sax player Ornette Coleman. Happy heavenly birthday,
dude! Ornette Coleman. I'll give it to you right now. 223.93. Ornette Coleman on stage with the Grateful Dead. One of the avant-garde sax players, and of course he gravitated over to the Grateful Dead. He played with the Dead a couple of times actually, but I know that I bet you Scarlet Fire was there. Were you at the Ornette Coleman show, Scarlet Fire? I bet you were. I know they played the other one. I know coming out of space they were going crazy with the other one.
Dude, they encore with Broke Down Palace, and he was on Broke Down Palace in that. I've heard that. It's so good.
Was I right, Tony? Is that 223.93?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm about 95% sure that's correct.
Yeah.
Also, Benito Santiago, 61 years old today. The Boz, 61 years old today. Donald Foyle, 51 years old today.
Nice.
And then rest in peace, heavenly birthday to Mike Leach. I was a big fan of Mike Leach, collegiate football coach Mike Leach. And then just because we talked about him last week, On the Wings of Love, Jeffrey Osborne's On the Wings of Love. It's Jeffrey Osborne's birthday as we celebrate the birthdays today, Paulie.
Okay.
So happy birthday to Jeffrey Osborne. And the final super of this show so far is our man Carlos De La Fuente. Carlos De La Fuente. Lombardi thinks Diddy's a good dude. Hashtag Homer. Hashtag my. Oh, dude.
You know what's so funny about? Well, there's nothing really funny about Diddy. I shouldn't phrase it that way at all. There's nothing funny about what's going on with that dude. A couple quick things. First of all, Will Sparks, he goes, I was at the freaking Ornette show. Same with Sinking Badges. He goes, I was at the Ornette show. You know what's crazy? I wasn't there. I was still living in New Jersey. However, dude, I was at 124.93. I flew out. I was visiting my mom, and I went right over to the Tony, another one of my shows where I just rolled in solo. Could have cared less. Didn't care. I got my ticket in the parking lot, ran into the show. It was a good one. It was the first show in 93, 124.93. Jack Straw opener, if you're keeping that. Yeah, big one, big straw. And really good show, too. So anyway, I wasn't out in California for the February shows, but I did catch the January run, and I caught a Jerry show at the Warfield on that same trip. Yeah.
Oh, a Jack Straw opener just sets the mood and just in the right place, man.
Dude, share the women, share the wine. Let's go. Let's effing go. I love Jack Straw, especially when that jam heats up, dude. That Jerry used to, Jerry used to elevate the place during that jam. Okay, thank you, Los D. Yeah, I hear you on Lombardi. I know. It's like Pecan used to say. Pecan used to have, like, we're going to be doing our bummer bracket soon. Pecan had this idea. And by the way, we should get Pecan on, even though it's not football season, just for a little shot of Pat Connor. He had this idea one year. He wanted to do like the first annual smug off, like the most smug people in the world of sports. And I remember we were talking about it, and he goes, yeah, man. He goes, we got to make sure baseball writers get on that list. And I said, well, which ones? And he goes, all of them. All of them, all the baseball writers over in one bracket against the rest of the sporting community. The smug off. One of the ones.
It's actually a great idea. I'd be in.
Give me another name that would be on the smug off. Just give me anybody.
Oh boy, Kawakami can come off, a bit smug in my opinion.
Right.
Like I don't know him personally, but I get that vibe, I should say.
Yeah.
When I think of this, like names like Scott Ostler and Bruce Jenkins never enter the conversation, or our guy in New York. Geez, why am I blanking on his name right now? Come on, New York Post. Jesus criminy sakes.
New York Post?
Yeah, come on. Our guy. We just had dinner with him in the Super Bowl. Cannizzaro. Jeez.
What about he's not on the smug off? He's the
I'm saying those are names you would never mention.
Yeah. In fact, speaking of Scott Ostler, a true story. He and I were texting the other day. We'll get him back on the show soon too. I love Scott, and Scott was saying that he's been enjoying the show a lot. And he goes, what's the date of that gig you have coming up? And I said, it's March 20th. And he goes, Scott was coming to the show, folks, but he has an assignment in Vegas. He's going to be out of town that night, but he was going to be coming, which I thought was pretty cool.
That's right.
We'll catch him next time. Yeah, but he's interested. Like he wants to come to one of the gigs, and I'm sure he will.
I could see him playing an instrument. Does Scott play something? Do you know? Does he play guitar?
I don't know. I could see him playing keys. Easily see him playing keys. You know what I mean? Nice and cool, just dropping cool key lines. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally, dude. That's a great
Let me brag on Scott Ostler's behalf. He would be pissed if I did this, but I love this little factoid. Scott Ostler, I believe this to be true, if I'm getting all these facts correct. When he was in college, I think he played ball at Pepperdine. I think Scott's a Pepperdine product. Am I correct on that? He went to Pepperdine and he played basketball. And I think there was a game where he was on the court at the same time as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which I think is pretty freaking amazing. If I got all the facts correct, I think that's all accurate. Okay.
Paulie, I just did a quick Google search and it's an article by Scott Ostler and it says when Lou Alcindor defeated Scott Ostler at Pauley Pavilion. There you go.
So I was right. Yeah, I love that, man. But Pine Needle, I don't want to beat up Kawakami. I don't really I got to be honest with you guys. Kawakami is one of those guys. I never really got to know him. I mean, we had him on the show a couple of times, but I don't really have any comment on him. I don't know. I mean, I read his stuff. I see him online. I know he's always out there stoking, some controversy and stuff. But Pine Needle goes, when you Google bad vibes, Kawakami's picture comes up. I don't want to disparage him because I don't really know the guy, so I don't want to jump in on that.
But he might enjoy the smug off Kawakami. He might.
Dude, here comes Gross. Oh, he would. And give me a Gross super real quick. Great one. One.
Oh yeah. Honducci, smug AF. Yes,
I'll throw Bob Costas on that list. Bob Costas. I'll throw a young Chevy Chase, smug as hell. Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Would you put a Bill Simmons on that?
Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I put in Simmons. How about this? Maybe the king of the smug community. And I've had it with this guy. I don't even like seeing him anymore. By the way, he almost got run over by during the Lakers-Knicks game yesterday. But Bill Maher, the most smug douche to walk the freaking planet. Well, maybe you just don't understand. Like his whole delivery is obnoxious. Forget about his content. I'm just talking about the way he carries himself, the way he's so sure of himself. It's like, dude, you're a little man, and I'm sure you've got a little Johnson. I'm going to come out and say it.
Nice.
And I'm going to go ahead and wager a pretty good bet on that. And it comes out in this whole smug kind of smarmy thing he does. I'm not a fan at all.
By the way, bring back the term Johnson for that area of.
I don't know where it came from, dude. It just came out. I just chucked the Johnson out there. It's the first time in PMP history. It's a very interesting show we're doing today.
It is very interesting. Yeah. We're going to wrap soon, but like Skip Bayless is another name. By the way, I see Dom Peralta mentioned Skip Bayless, dude. We used to work. Were you in the building when Skip was in the building, Paulie?
Skip
Bayless when he worked at KBR. Skip Bayless.
I don't remember him working at KBR. I don't remember.
Yes, he used to work at KBR and he used to fill in, dude. He was like a guest host, fill-in host, and
for like Tolbert and stuff.
Oh boy,
I got another one. Oh, I got a local news guy. I'm not even going to say this guy's name, but I can promise you this guy's a D-bag. He is a local sports anchor on one of the local networks. I'll leave it to your imagination. See if you can figure out who I'm talking about. This guy, bro, dude, I've had a couple of encounters with this guy. Both times, like he turned me cold, like within seconds. I'm like, this guy right here is a complete a-hole. Like that was my impression of him twice when I met him.
Well, that's how Skip Bayless was. He would just walk the halls like he was some, I don't know.
He owned the joint. Yeah.
It's like, dude, chill.
Yeah. And by the way, hey, dude, guess what? Your name is Skip.
But and this is a guy who burns Cowboys jerseys and puts them in the garbage can. If you've seen his act after the Cowboys lose games, I'm sure Rags knows all about it.
Rags has got a good one. Speaking of Rags, Tony, he jumps in with a Simon Cowell, 100%. 100% Simon Cowell's on the smug list. And Grosh, no, I'm not talking about Radnich. Radnich was cool, dude. I enjoyed being around Gary, actually. He would break everybody's balls, including mine, but I enjoyed his whole thing. Gary, to me, was that's not who I'm talking about, just to make that clear. This is not about him.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. And we're not talking Vern Glenn either. Because
Vern's cool with his box. Let him bring his box, dude. I got no problem with Vern or his box.
Love Vern Glenn. By the way, did Stephen A. Smith start out as a writer? He started out as a writer, right? Didn't
Stephen A. Smith isn't, but we're just torching everybody today. We're torching. Believe me, we're the low man on the totem pole. It doesn't matter. We can say whatever we want. I've had it with Stephen A. too. He's another one. I enjoyed him for a long time, but he's just kind of worn me out, Stephen A. Smith. Like I think his thing has like a shelf life kind of. And for me, like I'm kind of past his expiration date. I do enjoy him. I think he's very good at what he does. I'm just kind of worn out by his whole completely. I couldn't agree with you more. He did start out as a writer and then he kind of progressed. So Paulie, as we kind of go to the tail end of the show here, can I get a little Boy, dude, we're out. We haven't even done a parole. Dude, we're a mess today, Holmes.
I know.
It's my fault. I understand that. This is my fault.
No, because Paulie, before you and I connected today in our pre-show meeting, I was like bad mood Monday. And I was like, okay, I got to clean it up. I got to turn it around. And then you come on and
I said F it all today, man.
Right.
F everything.
We just start comparing notes about F this. And then there's oh shoot, we got to start the show. And then we started the show and it kind of carried into the show. So a lot of fun, Paulie. I wanted to, we can give Don Peralta or Longbridge some love real quick. And then I got to do a little bit of World Baseball Classic.
Definitely. All right. How about this? Let's do a stellar design. Excuse me. Then I want to remember somebody we lost over the weekend.
Yes. Me too.
Then we can talk some World Baseball Classic, then a Longbridge spot, and then we can wrap it up. We probably had sprayed enough anger. And by the way, Patty from Napa, you're all over it. She goes, guys, you realize you've just like eliminated the possibility of like a dozen different guests ever coming on the show. No question. There's a price to be paid, and we'll pay it on the PMP show. We'll pay that price. But
this whole thing started because of Pecan's idea of a smug up, because we talked about how David Lombardi kind of just like scoffed at my notion of, can we expect to see Isaac Guerrero?
I remember that too. I remember the exact moment I thought it was a reasonable question. Like, where did he go? What happened to Guerrero? And like, he was like, well, you won't.
Because when you got a guy like Brian Robinson Jr. that comes in, they didn't bring him in just to put him on the bench. And I'm like, okay.
Or maybe they brought Guerrero in just to put him on the bench. I guess that's his lot in life. Yeah,
I don't know, man. It was like, okay. And again, I don't dislike David Lombardi either.
No, dude, I like Lombardi, actually. Yeah. I've always liked Lombardi. Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I just was like, I was thrown off by his response because I thought he would have been like, yeah, there's merit to your question based on what he did the previous year.
Right.
And all of a sudden now he's just 0 carries, dude. 0. That's just crazy,
0 carries. Ian Weiland, you are coming in high level, brother. High effing level. You made me laugh. What about Andy Dalton? What about him? That's freaking. Do you remember when Schefter said that to us? I'll never forget that. Ian, You made me laugh. That's awesome. That was during the pandemic. I remember sitting in my living room with the stupid Comrex sitting there freezing cold at like 5 in the morning, and we had Schefter on, and I think this was still the Garoppolo era. So it was like we were losing Garoppolo. Nobody knew about Purdy yet. And I think Murph or somebody, I don't know, somebody asked him, like, what other possibilities do the 49ers have if Jimmy Garoppolo gets away? And Schefter goes, what about Andy Dalton? What about him? I was like, Andy Dalton. I think going to cut it. Ian Weiland, thank you for that. You made me laugh, brother. Okay, Stellar Design, Tony, if I may.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Go
to Stellar Design. I'll load it up. I'll load up Stellar. You get going. I'll load it up.
Okay, Stellar Design, Dom Peralta. That's something we can all agree upon. You want to unite this country, you bring in Dom Peralta to calm the waters, bro. And I think we need you, Dom. We might need you to calm the waters. It's getting crazy out there. Whew. And you can take a deep breath and regroup a little bit, because I think that Dom Peralta is like the sedative that we all need to kind of lower the blood pressure, calm the pulse a little bit. And talking about Stellar Design, San Francisco Bay Area industrial design studio shaping the future of product innovation. Tony, today I want to talk about Baller Cam. If you could, let's show the people some of the greatness of Baller Cam. And if you're at home and you're seeing, it's like, hey, they've talked about Baller Cam a lot. Check them out. Go to ballercam.com and visit the website, and you'll see why. Baller Cam is enjoying their busiest season so far, spring sports, and the Baller Cam is always going to be there to help. Basically, what it does is it offers people that don't have a chance to be present physically at any sporting event. We're talking about grandparents. We're talking about families that are spread out like mine. My kids are very far away from where I live. And sometimes, how do you stay connected? Well, Baller Cam can definitely help with that. If the grandparents can't make it, but they want to see, the kids play, you set up that Baller Cam and they can just log in and watch the game. I think it's a pretty amazing invention, actually, and it really can link families and friends together who can't all be in the same place at the same time. And Tony, for you, I think Baller Cam, I mean, because your folks are getting older, they can't run around to every single game that's being played and stuff. Like, it'd be perfect for your parents, perfect for your extended family, which is all over California. It's great in that capacity. And by the way, back to Stellar Design, we can talk Baller Cam in a second here, T, but Stellar creates award-winning designs. You've seen them. Well, I got to shout Dom out again, too, for the poster he's doing for the Polymac and Friends show. Dom, I love that poster so much. The skeleton with the cowboy hat for Bobby. It's great. It's just awesome. I love the whole thing. Everybody does who's seen that. So thank you, Dom. And bring some to the gig. Let's sell those bad boys. I'm sure somebody's going to buy those. Stellar, Tony, creates award-winning designs with meaningful connections between people, product, and brand. So whether you're an individual with an idea, a startup, a Fortune 500 company, Stellar offers partnership to achieve out-of-this-world design. Visit stellar.design and make design impact. Dom, maybe you can work up a poster for Tony to hold when my Broncos take out his Gales tonight. So when we go to opening night, Tony can hold like a big poster, just says like, "Go Broncos," or I salute Bronco ball, something like that. Nothing extravagant, but just something to embarrass Tony or me. Could easily wind up. It probably will be me. Go Gales, something like that. But anyway, reach out to Dom Peralta and let him do some of this incredible work on your behalf for your next project, your next event, whatever it is you need an artistic touch on. Talk to Dom Peralta. Email him at dominic@stellar.design. You can call Dom as well, 650-796-3144, Big T.
You know what? And I love the Baller Cam idea. You're right, Paulie. It's suited for someone exactly in my situation where I've got this past Saturday, my schedule was 2 volleyball games starting at 8 a.m. in Fremont, then a basketball game at noon in Menlo Park, then a Little League opening day game at 3:30 in San Carlos. So I can't make all of those. And like you said, my parents, Megan's parents, relatives, none of these people can make all those games. So you can have it there and you can record it live and people can tap in, or you record it and you can send it to people later. And it cuts up highlights too. You can send to people as well. It's super sweet. So ballercam.com, and also Dominic@stellar.design if you want to get in touch with Dom. Dominic@stellar.design, or you can text him 650-796-3144. 650-796-3144. Paulie, I did not even tell you Saturday Olivia had 2 volleyball games on starting at 8 a.m.
How much coffee did you drive to that game with? Like just a bag. By the way, how long is it going to be? I feel like at some point there has to be a coffee company that sponsors the show. Some kind of coffee maker.
Yeah.
If anybody can lead us to a coffee maker that you know of, like it would be perfect for the show. Now that we have a brewer with Standard Deviant. What's up, Mark? Good to see you. We've got all the key boxes checked except coffee. So that should be next. But anyway, were you just pounding coffee on the way to that Fremont game? Yeah.
Pounding coffee. A 6:45 a.m. departure to get over there.
I know it's rough.
Yeah, but just a sign that parents are losing their collective minds, Paulie. We did 2 games and then we left after the second game, volleyball games, super fun games to watch. And then after we left, we got a text from one of the moms that was still there. She's saying, "Oh, you guys missed the bench clearing brawl amongst parents fighting over seating inside the gym."
That's horrible because that kind of stuff can really mess the kids up, dude.
They had to call the cops. The cops arrived.
This happened in Fremont?
In Fremont at this cool little spot. I forget the name of the
thing
spot.
You were gone, T. Honestly, I'm not even kidding right now.
I probably would have cried.
Well, you might have hurt somebody. You might have broken a chair over somebody's head. Like, I mean, this stuff gets out of control. I've seen it. I've seen it get heated myself. Never like to fisticuffs, but I've actually was involved with some Little League baseball games where it got this close to hands being thrown between parents. Yeah.
It's like, it was supposedly it started with parents arguing over a seat. And
it doesn't take much. It really doesn't take much, man.
I just was blown away, man. I'm like, I'm so glad I wasn't there. But it's just like, hey, parents, all of you, all of us, can you just chill out? Can you just chill out? We're talking 10-year-old girls volleyball. Like, can you just chill out?
I've seen stuff, dude. I was at a De La Salle. My kid was my kid was a freshman. He was playing freshman basketball at De La Salle, and I was at this game, and somebody, I don't know what happened, but a parent on the other side of the gym from where I was sitting, I think it was a parent from the opposing team. I don't even remember who they were playing, but it was De La Salle somebody. The parent got thrown out of the game. They had to stop the game and eject this guy. They're like, we're not going to resume until this guy leaves the court. I don't recall the cops being involved, but I recall like De La Salle, teachers and stuff having to escort this guy out of the gym. Tony, they resume the game. This guy comes back in. This guy came back to the gym like 10 minutes later. They stopped I don't know if anybody else, any other De La Salle parents out there, you might remember what I'm talking about. I mean, it was like 8-9 years ago at this point. But, dude, this guy came back in and stood in the doorway, like, defiantly with his arms. I'm like, here we go, bro. This is going to get bad. Like, so I'm sorry to hear that happened. Was anybody get arrested? It's not
that I know of, but I know that there's like police reports were filed, and I don't know what the next step is. And some friends of ours got called by the tournament hosts and stuff. So it's just like, I cannot. It's like, everybody, can we all just chill out and enjoy our children playing sports? You're not going to win every game. You're not going to lose every game, and you're not going to get every seat. And if you have to stand for a freaking game, stand for a freaking game. I couldn't believe it, man.
I was a big stander. I used to stand all the time.
I prefer to stand.
Yeah,
to be honest with you. So anyways,
at the basketball games, I would go up to the top row of the bleachers and I would stand up there. So I knew I wasn't like obstructing anybody's view, because I would get worked up. I'd like to walk around, but I was also a lone wolf. I didn't interact. A lot of times I was off by myself. I didn't want to get into all that craziness that you see. And it gets freaking crap. I'm sure a lot of you know what we're talking about. People are, who said this? The Nutter perfectly said, people are out of their minds. You're not kidding. Yes. Again, we're talking about youth sports here. Imagine how traumatic it is for a 9-year-old girl at a volleyball game to look up in the seats and see her dad throwing hands with somebody. It's like, it's just not good for anybody, man.
It's awful, dude. And again, what are we doing? These people care more about the game than the kids.
Yeah. 100%. Right? The kids barely can care less. A lot of them. Yeah,
they just want to go out and have fun, and they'd love to win the game, but you can always notice right after the game what the kids are doing, and they're all just grab assing and just, can I get a Coke? Can I go to the arcade? Can I get whatever? None of this. Oh, I can't believe we lost, like all that crap. So, anyways, man, it's just everybody just chill the F out.
Hey,
or Paulie, everybody cut the crap.
Yeah, cut the crap. It's a cut the crap Monday. It's a bad mood Monday. Tony, I want to remember somebody we lost over the weekend before we end the show today. And I can't believe it's already 1:15, dude. This show freaking flew by. I guess when you're exuding rage and anger, time flies. Time flies when you're pissed. And we got to come back to all this tomorrow too. Kidding aside, like I think there's a lot more to talk about in terms of the NFL free agents that are flying around right now. We didn't really talk about Max Crosby. The Dolphins are about to release Tua. It's crazy how many marquee big names are out there just floating around right now, soon to be snatched up. So we can do that again tomorrow. But we got some sad news over the weekend. I think longtime San Francisco radio enthusiasts will maybe know this name. She was a behind-the-scenes person, but we lost one of the probably the greatest promotions person that KNBR ever had, K-Fog ever had. She was part of the whole cluster, and her name was Isabel Lemon. And she was a staple during the Tony Salvador years. She was a total pro, real San Franciscan. You know, I think she lived out by Mountain Lake Park, like that part of the city in the Richmond. And just a lovely woman, and an ass kicker, like an extension of Tony Salvador, the way he kind of ran the operation back then. And, you know, some people, they didn't like Tony because he was rough and he was harsh and he was like Bobby Knight sometimes, man. But look at the results. You know, I mean, when Tony and Isabel were working in tandem with each other. You guys should know this. This is great San Francisco radio history. In the late 90s, early 2000s, K-Fog was the #1 billing FM station in the country. Think about that for a sec. The country. We're talking about New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. K-Fog was #1. They were raking in cash, man. They were just raking in cash. They had a phenomenal on-air staff. But again, Isabella was always working behind the scenes. And Isabel, you know, you talk about like the K-Fog Kaboom, all those events. That was Isabel Lemon. You talk about all these, you know, the great promotions that KNBR used to have that don't exist anymore, like Take a Cut Challenge. We'd be out there, Tony'd be hitting balls to the warning track. You know what I mean? We had great promotions, and a lot of that was thanks to Isabel Lemon, and she passed away, and I just wanted to give her some love. I want to dedicate the show to her, dedicate this whole week to her. She, if you could make her laugh, that was an accomplishment, because she was all business, Tony. You remember where her office was, kind of near the kitchen? You would always see her in there. And the day that I remember the day that the big controversy went down with you and Kruger and all that, the whole Felipe thing. I was there late that night. A lot of people had to stay late that night, but I was there late. I wasn't on the air yet. I was still working behind the scenes, and I was on the Bone actually at that time. But I remember Isabel being there till like 9-10 o'clock that night with Tony, getting the press release ready and stuff like that. And Tony really depended on her. So I just want to send my love to Isabel Lemon. If any of you have ever heard that name, just know she was as good as it ever got in radio. And we need more people like that. Sadly, there aren't many Isabel Lemons out there anymore, T.
Yeah, man. I loved Isabel, and she reminded me.
Oh, there she is. Nice, dude.
Yeah,
well, there you go. Now you're talking glory days right here.
Yeah, look at that. There's Tommy T way back when. In the middle is our old program director Bob Agnew, and then Isabel right next to him in the background. Yeah. Isabel she reminded me so much of my grandmother and my uncle Paul Tonelli and my mom's mom, Elsie Tonelli. She was just a spitfire, an ass kicker, and got things done. Yeah. And if I needed something done, or if I needed advice, I would go to Isabel. And I remember when I got let go, she and I had a chat, and she was very sad about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And that woman gave her entire life to KNBR and to KFOG and to the entire building, to the 11th floor. We were on the 11th floor. She gave all of it. And like you said, Tony Salvador is like literally right-hand woman. Salvador, like, I don't know, they were the perfect duo. They were.
And she was one of the only people that could calm him down. Like when Tony flew into a rage, which, by the way, to be on the receiving end of one of Tony's Rangoons, man, was like an unforgettable experience. You did not want to live through more than once. I was on the receiving end. One time, dude, he was yelling so loud when I walked down the hall, and I turned the corner to go towards the kitchen, I could already hear him screaming. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to suck. And I was in his office, and Isabel was in there. And she would try to calm him down. She'd be like, Tony, okay, I think you've made your point. So, no, I haven't made my point. He needs to hear this and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Just crushing dudes. But again, the results speak for themselves. I mean, you look at what's going on today as opposed to what was going on when the right people were running those stations. I mean, it's night and day. There's no comparison, really.
Paulie, not to get too deep here, but I've learned as I get older in life that when I hear of people passing, right, my instant reaction is usually the teller or the telltale sign of how deeply that I feel for that person or how much my life has been affected by that person. And like when I got news of that, Murph texted me yesterday. I think he texted, we were on the same thread, and that my initial reaction was just like this gut punch of like, oh, that's one of my favorite people I've ever been lucky enough to work around. And so I felt the same way about a dear friend of ours, Jerry Pacetti, who was an engineer at KBR who passed last year. Same thing. Like these people are just, they're not on the air. You don't know them, and you only know them.
Right.
You only know them if you went to an event and you would see her there. Isabel was always around. And so,
she would refuse any acknowledgement of her greatness. Like if you ever tried to compliment her, she wasn't having it. She did not want compliments. I think it made her uncomfortable. But think about that. Like I've seen everybody's talking about the Kaboom concerts. I mean, I got a great idea, Tony. It's going to help business in a great way. Let's eliminate the Kaboom concert. Let's just do away with it. And let's really boost business. Let's shut K-Fog down. Let's just shut it down. Let's strip all. I mean, dude, when you really think about it, this group that came in and they literally dismantled K-Fog and they put us on the K-Fog position on the dial like we were on 104.5.
They got rid of K-Fog and they completely changed KGO. So it's like two heritage stations.
Yeah. The number one billing station in the country. Let me say it again. The number one FM billing station in the country. I got a great idea. Let's shut it down. That'll be good for bit. That'll be good. But I know it's not even worth going into, man.
So frustrating, but it's also Isabel, just the eternal hat tip of the cap to you.
Yeah. Love you, Isabel. Love you. Hope you're doing well up there. And I'm sure she is. She's probably organizing heaven right now. She's got her own little office there. You know what I mean? She was like, all right, Jesus, come on in here. Like she's gonna straighten heaven out. I'll tell you that much. Heaven is going to be staunchly organized from this day forward because Isabel's up there now handling business,
So true, Paulie. So yes, gosh, rest in peace, Isabel Lemon. Just an amazing person. And KBR would not have been the success that it was without her.
Final comment of the day. I want to do this, and we'll do a long bridge, and then we'll wrap the show today. But when you showed that picture of Agnew, Isabel, and a younger Tom Tolbert, does anybody else see this? I got a what do you give me for with Tom Tolbert? It's been driving me crazy, and I got to get this out there. I would say facially and physically. When I look at Aaron Judge, I see Tom Tolbert. Do you guys see that face? Like Judge to me looks a lot like Tom Tolbert. The face, the body, they're both big. They're like, anybody else see that? No?
I'll have to look closer at Aaron Judge. I don't like Aaron Judge because of what he did with the Giants. I just have always rooted against him. I know he's an amazing baseball player. And
just check out his grill. Just check out his grill and then tell me if you see Tolbert with a batting helmet on. That's what I see. I don't know.
I will definitely check it out. And he's a massive human being like Tom Tolbert, too.
I know.
And one of the two USA team members to go deep so far in the World Baseball Classic. Speaking of the World Baseball Classic, as we wrap up, Paulie, we've got Paul Skeens on the mound tonight, going up against Mexico, 5 p.m. first pitch.
Yeah.
USA takes on Italy tomorrow. Italy also 2-0. Mexico 2-0. Logan Webb, 4 innings pitched. He gave up 1 home run in the first inning, but
he settled right down. He settled right down. And by the way, Tony, put a pause on that if you could. I want to move the Italy espresso machine.
Yeah. I was going to tease that for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, because there's a lot. Because that'll trigger like a half an hour. So let's do that tomorrow. Keep going.
And Paulie, we also talked to Fareed, aka Robot Centaur, about a free agency wrap up tomorrow.
I would love that. Fareed, come on the show, man. I really would. I would love that. Fareed's done so much stuff. He's kind of like our Isabel Lemon. He's always working on the PMP sports desk, sending us updates, and I would love to have him on the show. So let's do that tomorrow. We'll bring Fareed in. We'll talk some more NFL news, a free agency flying all over the place.
Yeah, exactly, man. And so it's going to be great. So yes, Fareed, I'll get in touch with you after the show. Yeah. Also, Kerry Crowley coming on the show on Thursday. We can talk. He was at spring training at Scottsdale all weekend.
Awesome.
And we can talk some Giants ball and talk some World Baseball Classic with Kerry on Thursday. I love Kerry. Great dude. And it knows his S and very talented at what he does in sports media. And then Paulie, we can talk more at free agency tomorrow. And like I said, kids out there, be a punter or be a place kicker. Just do it. Just start doing it now.
Yeah, if I could go back and do it all again, two things I would do. One, and I'm not even kidding about this. I really would. One thing is I would join like the I don't even know what they call it, Rags. What did they call it in their high school? The drama club or something? I wish I would have done acting. I would have liked to have tried that. Now that I'm older, I wish damn, I would have liked to have tried that. But back in the day, I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't even thinking about that. But now I wish I would have done that. And like you said, I should have been the kicker on the football team. Just kicking balls. Just that's all. Just
my son Dom is chomping at the bit to play football. I'm like, dude, you're not playing until high school. It's just you're not playing. Because now kids are playing this like the Pop Warner in the fall, whatever. It's like, again, it's not happening for Dom. But I did say when you start playing high school football, tell the coach immediately, hey, I can kick too, coach. If you need a kicker, I can kick too. Like play whatever position you want to travel or whatever position you want to do, but I can kick as well. So get that in there, like you're saying. Be the two-headed monster. Go in there and kick. And the way
most likely you walk away from the game in one piece. I mean, most people limp away from football. You're a kicker, you're going to be in pretty good shape. You know what I mean?
You can have a long career.
Yeah.
You can get paid well.
Yeah.
As long as you don't mind moving every couple of years, you can get paid well and have a good career. So
hey, final comment of the day before Longbridge. Escobar. No, excuse me. I'm sorry, not Escobar. Nice. Yeah. Can I kick it? Tribe Called Quest. 100% Escobar. Good call, man. Can I kick it? Yes. Yes, I can. It's where did it go? Oh, I think it was Los D. Los D says future SI Wildcat Dom Ryan.
Oh, Los D said that. I think Scarlet Fire saying it too. I love it. Man. And what?
I want confirmation.
Oh God, dude, I don't know what's going on. He's in sixth grade. We don't even talk high school
yeah,
yet.
you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Come on now. Let's be honest.
I would love for him to be wearing the red and blue. Let's put it that.
Why would he possibly not? I mean, given the lineage, given the family history, like give me a good scenario why he's not going to SI.
I don't have a scenario.
Are you going to send him up to Tam High? You gonna send him on a bus? No. Okay. Well, then where's he? Like, then send him to SI.
Fine. Go Cats. Get him, Cats.
You need me to get involved? Cats. Let me know if you need me.
Nice. I will call on you, Paulie. But I
bet you never thought I would do this, but this is the kind of SI thing I keep handy just in case. Watch it.
Oh, dude, yeah, bring it. Come on, bring it. Look at how old school.
Well, you don't think I got this? You don't think I'm ready? You don't think I got two flaps? I got a whole bunch. Like at my feet, there's all kinds of things. I mean, I got this. Tony, I could also produce this if necessary. Hold on.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I got this guy.
Oh, beautiful.
How about I put a hat on the Scorpions guy, dude?
Oh,
there we go.
I can just give you like the old Niner helmet too.
Nice, nice.
That's Dom's old plastic Niner helmet.
Perfect.
Perfect. Make the face mask like bends, you know.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Tony, let's give Longbridge Pizza some love on a Monday where now, let's be honest, Longbridge does close their doors on Monday. This is the one day where Neil Denardi takes the day off. But for the rest of the week, Longbridge Pizza is where you want to be. A lot of us already know about how great it is. For those of you who are uninitiated, you got to trust Paulie Mack on this. I would never, ever. There are two things you can trust me on. One is music. I'm not going to steer you wrong. And two is pizza. I am not going to steer you wrong on pizza. I promise you. I feel like when I rep Longbridge, like my rep is on the line. You know what I mean? Because if I'm like sending people to some lousy pizza place, like I'd get crushed for that. Because I've been talking about pizza on the air for like 20 years. And I would, so my point is Longbridge Pizza is 100% legit in a totally legit neighborhood in San Francisco in the Dog Patch. And they really are a community down there. Tony's talked about this. Like Neil gets his produce and his meats all from like local establishments that also do business in Dog Patch. They all kind of help each other out. Standard Deviant is part of that whole Dog Patch community as well. But it's a laid back vibe with the serious pizza in the Dog Patch, 2347 3rd Street. We've talked about perhaps doing like a meetup before the Springsteen show. As we get closer to that, we still got a month. We'll start talking about that more seriously. But if you have not joined the Vibe Tribe, get on down there and find out why we rave about this place. The atmosphere inside is so freaking cool. You can have lunch or dinner in there, family, friends, dates, whatever. It works in all those capacities. It's a great place to watch a game. If you can't, make it to the Niner game, the Giant game, the Warrior game, just pull up into Longbridge, dude. Grab a pie, grab a few beers, and watch the game there. They have flat screens all over the place. They have a private room in the back, which can host groups and parties. That's where we broadcast with Tolbert and Rod Brooks that night in the back room there. Tony could bring in his volleyball team with Olivia easily and seat them back there and have a great time. Wednesday, specialty sandwich day. If you like your deli meats, try the Vinny's Gabagool. He stacks it up high. If you're like me and Stevie B, and I'll even throw Scarlet Fire on the pile there because we're all Jersey kids who love a good chicken parm sandwich. And Neil's chicken parm sandwich, I'm saying it again. I'll put it to you like this. Winks, my buddy Winks, another Jersey boy who's down in Los Angeles, he's flying up here for the Springsteen gig. I am taking him to Longbridge, and I'm going to be like, dude, try that chicken parm and then come talk to me. He's going to lose it. I'm telling you right now, he's going to lose it. It's the best chicken parm west of New York City and New Jersey that I've ever had. Hands down, period, end of story. The pizzas, the variety of pizzas that are available, check out the menu, longbridgepizza.com. If you want the delivery service, make sure you're a San Francisco resident, obviously, and just place that order online. That's Neil's only request, is that you order online. Try the chopped cheese sandwich. It's Neil's version of a Philly cheesesteak. Might even be better than a Philly cheesesteak, in my opinion. Way less greasy. The Nico pizza, the Sophia pizza, the Polymac particle pizza. Tony, what are we looking at here? The veggie?
Oh, Paulie, we talk about the meat pizzas a lot. We talk about the loading dock.
Yeah.
We talk about the hot and honey, which, those have some Italian cured meats. But this is the California Dreaming, which has loads of kale, red onions, chopped cherry peppers, lemon, smoked mozzarella, and black pepper. So for the veggies in the crowd, shout out Noemi Catalina. I hear you.
I could eat half that pizza right now, Tony. Just chop it in half. I could eat half of it easily right now.
I've had this pizza and it's fantastic. And it's
got me with lemon. You got me intrigued with the lemon. That does sound like very interesting to me. Next time we go there, why don't you order one of this so I can have a slice?
Sure. Hands down. Definitely will do, because it's good. And the lemon, that's the Neil Donardi touch, right?
Mm-hmm.
The little lemon addition is a Neil. That's just the guy knows what he's doing, man.
And Noemi Catalina, damn, that looks good. Yeah, damn.
Yes, Noemi, exactly.
Does look good.
So, right. So if you're a carnivore, there's plenty of carnivorous options. You got you can just do straight up pepperoni. You can do the Polymac pie. You can do just salami, or the loading dock, or the hot and honey, like I talked about. The Nico pie, or if you can do veg, you can do the Sophia, you can do the California Dreamin'. You can make your own pie as well. I did, and the mushroom pie, just the mushroom pie is fantastic as well. So, and again, I can't stress it enough. If you want to hire Neil and the Pizza Wagon for an event,
good.
Email Neil at Longbridge Pizza. So it's Neil at longbridgepizza.com, NEAL at longbridgepizza.com, or go to the website as well, longbridgepizza.com. Polly, we love our pizza partners.
I'm actually, we're talking about a bad mood Monday and how pissed off everybody was, especially me today. I'm mad at myself, too. Don't think I'm not pissed at myself. I walk by the mirror. I'm like, you know what, dude? F you. And I'll tell you why. Because I haven't been to Longbridge in about 3 weeks, and that's unacceptable.
Oh no,
what are you going to do? He's going to drive me. What are you going to do?
I'm just saying, last Friday, I was at the LBP PMP studio, and Neil texted. He goes, "Are you still here?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'm walking down a Standard Deviant for a pint. Come meet me for a pint." So
I dropped the ball again. I did. I screwed that up. I screw up everything. And it's been way too long. I need a shot at Donardi so bad. Hey, Paisan, you talk about Paisan face. Donardi's mug belongs in the Modern Museum of Art, just like a portrait. Dom, can we get that at some point? Just a portrait of Donardi's face we can hang up at MoMA. I think it would be appropriate. Also, other feedback coming from the PMP Familia. Arkansas Dave goes, "Hey, Neil, can you open up an Arkansas branch of Longbridge Pizza?" Bro, I hear you. You must be having a hard time. I can't imagine Arkansas is flipping a lot of good pizzas. I hope they are, but my gut says probably not. I'll put that in his ear. We'll see if he can. We'll build a Longbridge in Arkansas. And then John Joseph, who, by the way, crushed it on the music assignment the other day. And I listened to your jams, John. Good stuff, man. It was all good stuff. It was a really good playlist. John said the loading dock. That's my jam. The loading dock pizza. We all have our favorites. I'm partial to the pizza they named after me. I just like sausage and onion. Always have. It's a good combo, and the sourdough crust. It all works well. But you can't go wrong at Longbridge. So get on down there starting tomorrow when they open, and enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow on PMP, we will be joined by the anchor, the #1 anchor of the PMP Sports Desk, Robot Centaur. We know him as Fareed on the streets. He's going to pop on, talk some NFL stuff. Kerry Crowley on Thursday, and Tony, we'll talk World Baseball Classic a little bit more tomorrow too.
Yes, we will, and hopefully Fareed and I are celebrating a St. Mary's Gales win tonight over the Paulie. Buck the Broncos, okay? Buck the Broncos. And I just want to say congratulations to Neil and his son, Nico. Look at that shot. Opening day, San Carlos Little League. I just wanted to show that.
That's America. You want to know what America is? There it is right there. You got the flag in the background. You got Nico. You got Paisan in the back. I mean, it's perfect. Perfect. That's good America stuff at its best. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Great stuff. So, Paulie, go Gales. I know you got your Broncos. Go Gales.
Broncos, don't count us out, man. I stand with the Broncos. Let's go.
And I give you 5 points. You got 5 points.
Thank you, man. I'll take the 5. I really will.
Oh, yes. And Robot Center, yes. Matt Mayoko and I have talked to Gales many times. He's a big Gale backer. So go Gales. Go USA against Mexico. And
a special shout out too. Sorry to interrupt you, Tony, but special shout out to the Nutter. You know what's funny, man? I actually had some Sharks notes today. They lost, and I hate the Islanders. I hate their guts. The always have, always will. The Sharks lost at the tank to the Islanders over the weekend, 2-1. They're at Buffalo tomorrow. Nutter, we will. You're right. I try to work in the Sharks when we can. In fact, on that note, where's our guy Ted Ramey? We're due for
Ted and I were texting last week. So I'll get in touch with Ted and we'll get him on the show because I still wanted to recap the U.S. hockey in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And he was all about it too. So we can talk United States gold medal hockey, and we can talk Sharks hockey as well. And Paulie, on the way out, really quick, Steve Grosha was a super. He says Tom Brady, smug goat, Sarah High School, smug off with the smug off.
Yeah.
We don't need no stinking badges as the final super of the day. And he says, I need a slap. So stand by.
Ooh, that was a good one. Give me another one. I need one too. Yeah. Can I get one more? Yeah.
There we go. So slaps ahoy. And thank everybody for joining the show today. As angry as I was at the beginning of the show, I feel great as we wrap.
I do too. I've cleansed myself of all that anger. And that's the thing. You got to expel that. You can't carry the anger around. And I'll tell you what, it was like you popped the anger balloon today, dude. I don't know what happened. When you brought up St. Mary's, I saw a curtain of red fell in front of my eyes. I don't even know why. It was totally misplaced and misdirected. I just attacked Tony. He was like, yeah, go Gales. I'm like, what? How dare you? And I just went after him, and it kind of went from there. But anyway, it's a fun show. It's good to get all that out of your system. Patty from Napa, Lily Merchant, Groschel, Miguel, Beat LA, Badges, Rags in New Jersey, on and on. We love you guys, and thanks for supporting the show. Tony, take us home. We'll see you tomorrow at high noon, y'all.
Oh, stand by, Paulie. I was looking at Randy Bennett pictures. I apologize.
Of course you are. No, of course. Yeah. Portraits, nudes, hopefully. Yeah. Randy Bennett nude, like the Costanza on the couch, you know? Yeah.
Totally, dude. Here we go.
All right.
No, hey. And Paulie, now it's time to dismiss the class.
Yeah. All right, sounds good, Tony. Tomorrow we'll talk World Baseball Classic, Warriors in Utah, and more NFL stuff with Fareed from the PMP Sports Desk. Thank you, Teague. Fun show today, and everybody be cool. Cheers, y'all. See you tomorrow at high noon.
Peace, y'all.